Okay, so we're doing an overall process for how to do pricing. And here we start by looking at price labs. And we look at what apartments over the next 7 days have either 28 or above. 28 means there's 2 empty days, 20% of the week or above. And we look at each of those apartments and we get a sense for, what are these apartments. So it looks like a 2-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, a studio, 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, a 5-bedroom. So they're across the whole spectrum of apartments. So then that kind of means we want to get a sense for the overall market in New York in general. So we go in, pretend like we're a guest, go into the Airbnb, and we start searching kind of what the market looks like. So we look at some dates in that date range coming up, and we just start getting a sense for how many apartments are on the market and what they're pricing at. At the same time, we want to make sure our apartments are popping up, on the top page. We want to see where we're popping up, and then adjust our pricing accordingly. So I'm just going to kind of go through some of this stuff. I'm talking to Keon here on the other line, and we're just talking about how we're going to set up the process. So I like how this apartment is ours. It's popping up, right away. It's a rare find. It's good. So that's good. That means we're priced pretty well. Looks like $885 compared to the market. Sounds about right. You look at the other properties. Now, moving a little slowly here. So that's kind of that part. Then we're going to look into 30 days and do kind of a similar thing, right? Where anything above, I'd say like at 20 or above, at 30 days out, I think you want to look at anything 20 or above to kind of make sure 20% of 30 days is 6 days. So that means there's a week empty somewhere in that period. And then anything similarly, anything above 20% or so, 60 days out, dive deeper in and take a look. Kind of the same way we're doing it here, by looking at the market and making sure you're actually getting a sense for how many homes are available, for the comparable properties you're looking at, which generally should be Manhattan. How many comparable properties there are and what they're pricing at, and then you can kind of, backtrack into what you think the correct price is for us. If it's 7 days or less, we want to be at the bottom of the market. We want to be below everyone else for the most part, but never below what we have as our bottom threshold, which we're going to basically have a list of what's our bottom price we'll take. Never go below that. So this is giving us a sense of the market for this week. And then once we get a sense of the market for this week, we'll change all the prices accordingly, and then sync it all and move on to the 30-day and do the same thing. The 30-day, what we'll do is we'll look at, focus on, these are both in Tennessee, so we're in New York. We're focusing on New York now. Let's focus on some of our bigger ones. So here's a 3-bed, 2-bath, one of our bigger properties, 30% empty. So we want to look in here and see, exactly which weeks are empty, and then, what are we priced at? And we can look at a few of our properties which are similar, similar level of bedrooms and bathrooms, and see if, we can pick the same week. So for example here, looks like May 2nd to May 6th. You'll pick that weekend. So we have a 3-night min stay this week, which, I think actually we can do something a little different. We'll remove this. I'm going to put Thursday and Friday. We still have a month out. Put those at a 4-night min. If someone's taking both weekend days, I'll give them a 4-night. And then So we can see this week from May 2nd to May 6th, this weekend is open for this particular property. Now we're going to look at a property which is also higher value, because like $500 a night for that. These are our more expensive properties. We're going to try to find another one that also has some openings. There's another one, 5-bed, 2-bath, another big one, 33% open. So we'll look at this one. This is the 4-bed with 36 open. So we're looking at our similar value properties, and seeing, if we have the same weeks open for a number of them, then when we do our filter and our search, we can search for that specific week and see how our, what the market looks like for that week. So for this one, we want to look at, it doesn't look like this week is open, it's a different week. So that's not directly comparable. Let's look at the 4-bed. So the 4-bed has a lot of these middle of the weekdays open. Weekends are all booked. So similarly different. That's the studio. This is Stanton Street. This is making sense, Keon? Do you have any questions? Okay. Same thing here. Okay, so basically, guys, what I'm seeing here is we got to kind of just get a sense for, what the overall market is pricing at. And are we doing anything wrong here? So we can look at, May 2nd and May 6th, just out of curiosity. Alright. $12 homes with 3 beds are up. Remember, we're not filtering our bathrooms, so these are a lot of these 3 1.5s, or this is a 4.2. 3.1. We have two bathrooms, which the extra bath is definitely valuable. So, if it's 3.1, this guy's priced at $647. Only one review. $625. 76. So the $600 range looks like. This might be us here. Let's see if ours is going to come up at all. Upper West Side one. Oh, it's on first page. Let's zoom in a little bit. Just see where it's popping up. Might be us here. There we are. Okay, so we do pop up when you zoom. In this whole area, we do pop up top, which is good. And if you look at we're definitely priced expensive, but not too crazy, I don't think. So we're okay. I mean, we have nice sense for the market there. So basically, you just kind of, it's a lot of searching, looking at comparables, looking at the supply of the market, and I made a video on that, making sure you get the right filters so you're getting the right comparables, You can also use this to kind of, take certain properties out. If you're looking to see, how many properties are pricing below 300, you can look at that, especially for last minute stuff. If we know that there's a lot of properties with less than 300, we may have to be, lower than that, 250. Kind of help you kind of filter out the. So I'll stop this video here, and then I'll pick it up on the next one. Thanks.